Welcome back, everybody. Here is our next project car, the 1970 Oldsmobile 442. Now, this thing is not in terrible shape, honestly. The body's in okay shape. We do have some spots of rust that we're going to need to take care of, and as you can see, the glass is all smashed up, but that's to be expected as it's been sitting here for quite some time. But I got a feeling that this thing is going to be brought back to life better than before. It's going to look like it just rolled out of the showroom. Unfortunately, I was unable to get this thing running. It does have a 455 cubic inch V8 engine in it with a 4-barrel carburetor, 4-speed manual, turbo 400 transmission in it, and dual exhaust. It's got high performance, and I'm ready to bring this thing back from the dead. But first, we got to get this thing out of the weeds and over to the garage. All right, finally got that thing out of the weeds, on the trailer, and back to the garage. Now we can get a really good look at it. You can see it's got a lot of rust around the wheel wells. That's kind of a thing with these cars. What my big plan is, I asked you all what colors you want to do, so black and gold are the plan, but first we got to blow this thing apart. We'll start by taking out the windows and start removing all these body panels, so that's what we'll do right now. As you all watch this thing get tore down piece by piece, I want to take a second and talk about my plans for this thing. So I do want to tear this thing all the way down to the bare bones, and then we're going to have to sand the entire car. I'll sand the body panels when they're off the vehicle, and then we'll kind of do like we did with the Gremlin. We'll kind of put it on piece by piece, go ahead and put everything back together, everything freshly painted, and then we'll focus on the engine after that. We also got to put some new shoes on this thing because, man, those tires have seen better days. They're all dry rotted, so we're going to need something with high performance to hold this thing to the ground. So that is the plan. Hopefully you guys enjoy the compilation here, and I'll see you when we're done. All right, finally got this thing completely blasted apart, a blank canvas to work with, so I guess bodywork will be up next. Just want to say thank you guys very much for all the feedback on the last video and all the comments. The very first comment said black and gold for the paint scheme, so that's what we're going to go with here today. So let's go ahead and start on some body work, and yeah, let's get down to it. Let's get back to business. With some help from my good friends Jay-Z, Fighter, and Raven, we finally got this thing pushed over to the paint booth. And I guess our first order of business will be to get this black off of here and get this paint down to the bare metal. And then we'll start focusing on the rust and try to get all those rust spots taken care of. Try to get a flat, nice, clean surface to work with. I got a lot of scratches and dings that we need to get rid of. So that's what we'll focus on first. And then once we get there, we'll start with the painting process coming up soon. Speaking of the painting process, I want to give a big shout out to Zayok, Fist, Glizzy, and Tyrone. They put in some long hours over here at the old FFFBomb Designs, and it sure does show with the end product. Now it's time to get rid of these rusty puppies and put on some brand new, shiny, grippy grippers on this thing. And I got to give a big shout out to Envirovore, Clouded, and Shady Lurker over there at TRD Tires for putting this in last minute. I know we were on a time crunch here, and they really worked late to get these things done, and man, do they look good. Appreciate you guys a lot over there, so y'all be sure to pay them a visit. Finally, after so many hours, we finally got this thing put all back together. The new shoes are on it, got the new suspension, got the bodywork completely done. Now we're going to need to move on to the most important thing on the whole entire car, and that is the engine. So let's bring that up next. Performance is now done and the horses are ready to run. So now it's up to Reckless over in the paint department to make this thing look just as fast as it's going to be out on the track. We've done it, everybody. A completely restored 1970 Oldsmobile 442, ready to breathe again. So let's go out there and burn up the track. Now, you all know I like to have a little fun with these videos, so I said I wanted to make this thing fly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the low gravity mod, and we're going to see a before and after to see just how far we can get this thing to soar through the air. You all enjoy. That's all I have for the video for today, everybody. Hopefully you guys liked it. I had an absolute blast. Another project now complete, another car brought back to life. You all let me know what's next down in the comments, and of course, if you guys are new around here, please do not forget to subscribe and like the video. That helps me out a lot. You guys have a good rest of your day. Love y'all, mean it, and goodbye.